And I so solemnly today, by my position, which you reposed in me, that for and on behalf of the Department of Development Studies, in partnership with Green Earth Sierra Leone, I officially launched the Climate Change Action Week, starting this 16th day of January 2023 to end on the 21st.
That was the Registrar University of Makeni speaking on the official launch of the Development Studies Department Climate Action Week. In the trajectory to combat climate change and ally with the COP27 vision to mitigate and cut emissions to 0% by 2030, the University of Makeni Development Studies Department, in partnership with Green Earth Sierra Leone, launched the Development Studies Department Climate Action Week.
I feel happy for, superintending over this launching of this partnership. Of course, as a department, we see issues of development to be very, very important, especially when they have something to do with the environment. We believe that without the environment, we cannot be talking about development. We're going to planting as well as also environmental cleaning.
Green Earth Sierra Leone is a local non-governmental organization that strives to protect sustainable environmental management and is engaging women's empowerment through organic farming, agroecology, and capacity building. The launching focuses on discussing the key activities the organization will be embarking on during the Climate Action Week and dialogue about the relevance of tackling climate change. Mr. Fode Augustine Bangura, Registrar University of Makeni, said, as a university, we strategically and deliberately preposition the Development Studies Department to take up challenges like this in fulfillment of our three core mandates.
But today is a clarion call for us. As a university, we strategically and deliberately preposition the Development Studies Department to take up challenges like this in fulfillment of our threefold mandates. As a university, we teach, we do research, we do community engagement, and so development studies was formed and proposed to ensure that when these situations arise, they can step in, they can step up and take the necessary actions.
Ms. Yelisoa is the Executive Director of Green Earth Sierra Leone. In an interview, she imitates this medium on what prompts the organization's move, expectations, University Green Earth clubs, and intervention of the University of Makeni Development Studies.
We all know the impact or the effect of climate change in the country and the world is becoming alarming. So we think as an organization that is working towards that direction, it could be of help or it could be nice for us to take the action now that the world needs it, and now that it's becoming more alarming, to help reduce or mitigate this effect or this impact in our communities or in the country. Okay, so our organization standing as sponsors, like we are sponsoring the schools and universities with trees and capacitating them, giving them, building their capacities around how to take care of the communities, sensitizing them to go out there and sensitize other people. We are expecting students to cooperate with us and see reasons why we should change our habit towards the environment, or why we should take care of the environment, because it also affects our health when the environment is not kept clean. So I urge students to take this very seriously and work with us and see that we put these actions into play and see how far we could go to help mitigate the effect of climate change in our country and the world.
Okay, the organization.
For now, we have HEX and SILNOF that are giving us their support, and also personally from our pocket, what we have is what we are putting together.
Students of the Development Studies Department form 95% of the composition of those that witnessed the launching, in which 2 students spoke around their impression and next moves as students.
I am Desmond Aruna Bangura from the Development Studies Department, a final year student. I'm impressed with the initiators of this idea of this club, because we see people out there outside Sierra Leone advocating for a green art to green the world, because we have been faced with climate change. Even doing this video right now, as you can see, I cannot even open my eyes properly because there's too much of sun on my face. Just continuity in partnership with Green Earth Sierra Leone. We've been doing this since we came in 2019, where we planted trees around the St. Francis field, and they are now full-grown trees that serve as one shade for people. And also we want people to plant trees regardless of the government or of the organization pushing you to do so. Because when you go into science, or when we were in primary school, we were taught about how we breathe in oxygen and then we give out carbon dioxide. With your house, with your institution, by starting from anywhere, just wake up one morning and just find a tree that you can just plant somewhere that you know there are less trees there. And also make sure you don't be a perpetrator of cutting down trees around your community, within your villages, within your institution, anywhere you find yourself. Don't be a perpetrator of cutting down trees.
My name is Maggie Kagbo, second year student at Development Studies. Well, as a student, my role is to sensitize my fellow students and my neighbors and people on this drive, so that is my role. It means a lot. Climate change means a lot. Stop the cutting down of trees, burning down of trees, and burning of plastic, because there are people out there suffering from asthma and other diseases. So if they stop, I think it can help a lot. My contribution will be planting of more trees, finding ways to tackle wastage, plastic waste, turn plastic to different things, help my fellow students to be innovative, creative, how to turn plastic waste to beans and other stuff. My advice is to support the movement and to stop cutting down of trees and throwing away plastic waste, like burning them down. They need to find a better way to deal with plastic waste. They can turn plastic into different things. So that is my advice.
According to the organization, their climate change intervention is done through schools and university green clubs, through which they conduct awareness raising and capacity building for the club members and different undertaking actions for sustainable environmental management.